Good morning students. This is our fourth video of chapter inverse trigonometric function. Today we will be starting with exercise 2.2. Before starting with exercise 2.2, I want to discuss some important points regarding the questions only so that it will help you in solving the question with ease. The things are, you know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1, right? That is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. This implies 1 minus cos square theta is equals to sine square theta, right? It means if you have a function of the type square root of 1 minus x square, so either you can put x as cos theta or sine theta depending upon the choice of question what type of inverse it has. For example, if the function is sine inverse of square root of 1 minus x square, you have this type of question, then what you will put x as? You will put x as cos theta. So 1 minus cos square theta, that is equals to sine square theta, and square root of sine square theta is sine theta. So after solving this, you will get sine inverse of sine theta, right? So you will get this sine inverse of sine theta, sine inverse and sine cancels out, so what is left? Theta. So what is theta? That is cos inverse x. So this is the hint of while solving the questions. So you need to remember, once the question is of the form square root of 1 minus x square, what you need to put x as either cos theta or sine theta. Next is, if you have a function of the type square root of 1 plus x square, you have this type of, now here it is plus, and what types of identities you have? 1 plus tan square theta is equals to secant square theta, right? Another identity is 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosecant square theta, right? So it means depending upon again the type of question what is outside, that is secant inverse or cosecant inverse, you will put x as either tan theta or cot theta. This you have to see the type of question, right? This is the second hint. Third hint is, if you have the function of the type x square minus 1, what type of identity you will put? You know that 1 plus tan square theta is equals to secant square theta. This already we have done now. So bringing 1 to right hand side, you will get tan square theta is equals to secant square theta minus 1, right? So this will be of the form secant square theta minus 1. Same is the case, 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosecant square theta. So either you can put x as secant theta or cosecant theta, right? This you have to see. Now let me give you one hint also. Here one example is there, example 6. If you see your books, example 6 is cot inverse 1 upon square root of x square minus 1. This is the question. Now here you have two options, either you put x as secant theta or you put x as cosecant theta. So after putting x is equals to secant theta, secant square theta minus 1 is tan square theta, right? So solving this, you will get tan theta, and 1 upon tan theta is cot theta, right? 1 upon tan theta is cot theta, reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. Outside it is cot inverse. You got this? So cot inverse and cot cancels out. You will not cancel it like this. This is wrong, right? You will not put like this. So just only what is left? Theta, right? And what we have taken, x is equals to secant theta. So you will find the value of theta. Theta is equals to secant inverse of x. This is the answer. So theta is, answer is secant inverse of x. So this is the simplest form of cot inverse 1 upon square root of x square minus 1. These all hints you have to keep in mind, plus the formulas which we have done, that is properties of inverse trigonometric functions and the formula of trigonometric functions which we have done in class 10th as well as is plus 1, so that the question can be solved with the ease. Now moving on with the exercise 2.2. See here, exercise 2.2. Prove the following. First question, 3 sine inverse. Because we have to prove here the question, it means what we have to do, we have to prove left hand side is equals to right hand side. Left hand side seems to be very simple, so right hand side contains sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. So first we will solve right hand side. What we will take x as now, we have the formula. What we can take x as, see this 3x minus 4x cube. If you put x is equals to sine theta, it will become 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta, right? So it is equals to, applying the formula, sine 3 theta. So this function will become sine 3 theta. So sine inverse of sine 3 theta is equals to 3 theta. This way you will be solving, putting the value of theta. This is question number 1. 3 sine inverse x is equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube, right? So what we have taken? We have taken right hand side, and right hand side is equals to sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. Putting x is equals to sine theta. So what is theta? Theta is equals to sine inverse x. So now here once we put x is equals to sine theta, this becomes the identity, that is sine 3 theta. So answer is 3 theta. So putting the value of theta, we will get 3 sine inverse x, which is equals to right hand side. Question number 2 now. 3 cos inverse x is equals to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x. If you see here again, 4x cube minus 3x, you have the identity 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, that is equals to cos 3 theta, right? So by putting x is equals to cos theta, solve right hand side. Once you solve right hand side, it will be equals to left hand side, as same as question number 1. Now question number 3. Tan inverse 2 by 11 plus tan inverse 7 by 24 is equals to tan inverse half. So what you can conclude from here? Here you can see this is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, and we have done the formula. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, provided one condition was there, that is xy should be less than 1, and we have to check this. And mind it, you have to write this step also, you have checking step also in your solution. CBSE always finds this, ki whether you know that condition or not. So let us check xy. X is 2 by 11. What is y here? Y is 7 by 24, and cutting. So it is equals to 7 upon 132, which is less than 1. Why? Because numerator is less than denominator, right? So it is satisfying this condition, xy is less than 1. So you will apply the formula here, that is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Putting the value of x and y, you will solve here, and you will find it is equals to right hand side. This is the way of solving question number. Now question number 4. Here you will see left hand side of question number 4 is 2 tan inverse half plus tan inverse 1 by 7. Please remember, we have the formula of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. We don't have the formula of 2 tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. This is not the formula, right? So what is the thing? We are going to convert this 2 tan inverse half into tan inverse something, right? So what we will be doing is, we have the formula 2 tan inverse x. This is written over here, 2 tan inverse x is equals to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square, right? So by solving it, we will put here 2 into 1 by 2 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square. This is tan inverse. Now rearrange this, you will get tan inverse 4 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 7. Now it becomes of the form tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, right? Now again we will check what we have to check, xy is less than 1 or not. Let us see. 4 by 3 into 1 by 7, it is 4 by 21, which is again less than 1. Why? Because numerator is less than denominator. So we will put the value tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, right? So solving this, you will be getting the answer tan inverse 31 by 17, which is your right hand. Question number 5. Question number 5 is tan inverse square root of 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x. I have given you hint of this, how to solve this one. Since it contains 1 plus x square, so what we will be doing, we will either put x is equals to tan theta or x is equals to cot theta. So here once we will put, we will see whether we can get the answer or not. See here, tan inverse square root of 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x. Now put x is equals to tan theta. So once we will put x is equals to tan theta, it will become 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 upon tan theta. 1 plus tan square theta is equals to secant square theta, and square root of secant square theta is secant theta. So we get this function. After that, what we will be doing, we'll putting secant theta is equals to 1 upon cos theta minus 1 upon sin theta upon cos theta, right? So taking LCM, we will get 1 minus cos theta upon sin theta, right, till here. And after that, since it contains negative sign, right, so half angle formula, 1 minus cos theta is equals to 2 sin square theta by 2. Why? Because we have done the formula 1 minus cos 2 theta, that is equals to 2 sin square theta, right? We have done this. So this is double angle and this angle is half of it. So here angle is theta, so it becomes theta by 2. Now what is sin theta? Sin theta is equals to 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. 1 sin cancels with 1 sin, 2 cancels with 2, so you will get sin theta upon cos sin theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2, which becomes sin tan theta by 2. So tan inverse tan cancels, so what is left? Theta by 2. Taking half common theta, what is theta now? Theta is equals to tan inverse x. So putting the value, you will get the answer. Moving on to question number 6 now. In question number 6, we have tan inverse of 1 upon square root of x square minus 1, right? So if, let us say, we will put x is equals to secant theta, so what we will be getting? 1 upon square root of secant square theta minus 1. So it is tan square theta. Square root of tan square theta is tan theta. So we will be getting it is equals to 1 upon tan theta, right? So which becomes cot theta. Outside there is tan inverse function and rest function we got cot theta. So it is not same. So what we will be doing, we will change it. We will not put it is equals to secant square theta. So we'll put x is equals to cosecant theta. Once we put it is equals to cosecant theta, cosecant square theta minus 1 is cot theta, and reciprocal of cot theta is tan theta. So we get tan inverse of tan theta, right? So we get it is equals to theta. Now putting the value of theta, that is equals to cosecant inverse x, right? So either this is the answer, cosecant inverse, you can leave here, or if you don't want to leave here, you know that cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x is equals to pi by 2, so it is equals to pi by 2 minus secant inverse x. So these are the two types of answers you can get. So I hope you understood with these methods now. So question number 7 now. Question number 7 is tan inverse square root of 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. Now what we will do, we have two formulas, 1 minus cos x and 1 plus cos x. We will apply these two formulas, half angle formula. 1 minus cos x is equals to 2 sin square x by 2, right? And 1 plus cos x is equals to 2 cos square x by 2. 2 cancels with 2, sin square cos square becomes tan square, and square root of tan square is tan, right? So tan inverse tan x by 2 is equals to x by 2. Question number 8 is write the function in the simplest form. tan inverse cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x. This is question number 8. Here what will you do? We have to find the answer in the form of tan, right? And we know that sin upon cos is tan. So dividing the numerator by cos x and denominator by cos x, right? So we will get 1 minus sin x upon cos x, 1 plus sin x upon cos x. This is tan x, this is tan x. So we get tan inverse 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x. And we have the formula tan of pi by 4 minus x, that is equals to 1 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan x, right? So it becomes tan inverse pi by 4 minus x. So tan inverse and tan cancel, so we get pi by 4 minus x, which is the answer in simplest form. Next page, question number 9. Question number 9 is tan inverse x upon square root of a square minus x square. I'll just give you the hint of this, how to solve. Since I have told you, whenever there is 1 minus x square, either you have to put x as sin theta or cos theta. But here there is, in place of 1 there is a square, right? So x square, you will put it as either a sin theta or a cos theta. This you have to check, right? We want tan inverse. Tan inverse is sin upon cos. So in numerator we want sin. Let us put here sin, right? So a sin theta we will put. This is the hint of this question. Now when you will put it as sin theta, a sin theta, it becomes tan inverse a sin theta upon square root of a square minus a square sin square theta. And a square you will take common, right? So it will be 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. A square cos square theta, a square cos square theta, square root of it will become a cos theta, right? So ultimately in place of this, what you will be getting, tan inverse a sin theta upon a cos theta. A cancel, sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So tan inverse of tan theta is equals to theta. And what we have taken, x is equals to a sin theta, right? So x upon a and sin inverse is equals to theta, right? So this is equals to sin inverse x upon a. This is the method to solve this question. Now question number 10. Question number 10 is tan inverse 3a square x minus x cube upon a cube minus 3x square. Before solving this question, again I want to discuss the formula here, that is, if I skip a, suppose a is not there, so it becomes 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square, right? And we know that this is the formula of tan 3 theta if we put x as tan theta. Tan inverse 3a square x minus x cube upon a cube minus 3x square, right? We know the formula of tan 3 theta. What is tan 3 theta? That is equals to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. It means what, we have to put x as tan theta, but here also a is there, a square is there. So what we will put x is equals to a tan theta. So what is x upon a tan theta? Theta is equals to tan inverse x upon a. This is the value of theta. Now by putting it, we will get tan inverse 3a square into a tan theta minus a cube tan cube theta upon a cube minus 3a into a square tan square theta. Taking a cube common, cancelling numerator and denominator, we will get it is equals to tan inverse of 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. And this is the formula of tan 3 theta. So tan inverse tan 3 theta becomes 3 theta. So putting the value of theta from here, what we have taken, a tan inverse x upon a. So we get 3 tan inverse x upon a. This is the way to solve question number 10. I hope it is cleared with you now. Moving with the question number 11 now. In question number 11, question number question number 11 is tan inverse 2 cos 2 sin inverse half. This is question number 11, right? Now what we will be doing in this question number 11, let us put whatever is in the bracket, let us put is equals to x. 2 will go there. What we will get? Sine inverse half is equals to x by 2. Taking sine that side, half is equals to sine x by 2. When is sine x by 2 or sine of any angle is equals to half? When x is equals to pi by 6, right? So this is equals to sine pi by 6 is equals to sine x by 2. So we get x by 2 is equals to pi by 6, right? X by 2 is equals to pi by 6, and from here we will get x is equals to 2 into pi by 6, that becomes pi by 3. So ultimately this function, full function, will become pi by 3. This is equals to pi by 3, right? So what we got next? Tan inverse 2 cos pi by 3. What is the value of cos pi by 3 now? Cos pi by 3 is again half. So 2 into half, that is equals to 1. So tan inverse of 1, that is equals to pi by 4. So this is your answer. Moving on with question number 12 now. In question number 12, you will see cot of tan inverse A plus cot inverse A, and we know the formula tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equals to pi by 2, so it becomes cot pi by 2. We have done this identity, right? So what is cot pi by 2? That is equals to 0. Why it is 0? Because what is tan pi by 2? Tan pi by 2 is equals to infinity, 1 upon 0. So cot pi by 2, that is the reciprocal of infinity, that is 0. This is question number 12. Moving on with the question number 13 now. In question number 13, it seems to be very difficult, but it is not actually. Before starting with question number 13, let us again revise these identities now. We need these identities here. If you will see here in this question number 13, you will find sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square, right? So we know the formula of sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square, that is 2 tan inverse x. So this function becomes 2 tan inverse x. Now cos inverse 1 minus y square upon 1 plus y square. So cos inverse of 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square is 2 tan inverse x. So in place of x you will put it as y. So you will get the question as tan of half, what is inside now? 2 tan inverse x plus 2 tan inverse y. You will get this type of way, right? Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Now what we will be doing next, let us recall. I hope you have understood the formulas, you have seen the formulas now. So till here we have done tan of half 2 tan inverse x plus 2 tan inverse y, right? So 2 taking common, when you will take 2 common, so it becomes tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, right? So you got this. Now what is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y? That is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy, because of formula. Provided, you have to write this, provided xy is less than 1. Make sure you have to write the conditions side by side. So tan of tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy is equals to x plus y upon 1 minus xy. This is how you will be solving it. Moving with question number 15 now. Question number 15, so many times it has come in the board paper. If tan inverse x minus 1 upon x minus 2 plus tan inverse x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is equals to pi by 4, find the value of x. See here, it is given that tan inverse x plus something, this is something angle plus tan inverse something angle is equals to pi by 4. It is already given. We have to find the value of x. So we will apply the formula here. Tan inverse x plus, we will consider it as x and we will consider it as y. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Let us see this question now. Question number 15 now. This is question number 15, right? So we have applied the value here, that is equals to tan inverse x plus tan inverse, applying the formula, right? It is equals to pi by 4. Now taking LCM, we will get this type of form. Taking tan inverse to that side, it will become tan pi by 4, right? So tan pi by 4 is 1, so we will get this as 1. So after solving it, we will get the value of x as plus minus 1 by root 2. You have to write one condition here which is missing. Yes, very important to write, because we are applying the identity tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. So you have to write provided x minus 1 upon x minus 2 into x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is less than 1, right? So on solving, you will be getting x square minus 1 upon x square minus 4 should be less than 1. And once you have find out the value of x, put here the value of x, both the values, plus 1 by root 2 also and minus 1 by root 2. Do you think there is need to prove put both the values? No, because here it is x square. So after squaring it, you will get the positive term, and once you will put the value here, you will find x, whatever the value of x is less than 1 will satisfy this question. So make sure you have to solve this. If you will not solve this part, it means you will be losing 1 to 1.5 marks in your CBSE question. And this question is very important. This question always comes in the paper, right? So you have to find the value of x and you have to see whether the condition is satisfying or not. So till question number 15 today you have to solve it. From tomorrow we'll be starting with question number 16 and miscellaneous exercise. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy and study hard. Thank you.